Good morning, my crypto friends. This here is Bulldog Rod, and off to my left there is Papa Ron. How in the world are you, son?
Hello, I'm doing good. And what do you mean morning? Where are you at?
Oh, hey, I just got up. I don't care.
Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense.
When I just get up, I can't. The older I get, the less I sleep. So I get up whenever I get up, and I go to bed when I feel like going to bed. I'm not on any time schedule. I just do whatever I want to.
Very nice. I like it.
Me too. Oh, you know what? We're going to be talking about today probably one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies today, and that's EOS. It's jumped up, Ron, from way down below on the market cap up to number 10 in a matter of weeks. It just came out of nowhere. I can't believe it. It's a complicated coin to me to understand how it all works, but it is a good one because the way it's going up right now, nothing's going up in the market cap.
Yeah, isn't that weird? We've had such volatility these last few days. Well, even longer than that. Last 4 or 5 days, it's just been everything's green and
hanging on.
Yeah. So,
but you know what? I have a feeling. I don't know what it is about it, because I think about this and look at it all night sometimes, and I have a feeling that something's about to break or something. I don't know. Of course, I can't say too much. I said Bitcoin would be $100 grand by the end of the year, and look at it, it ain't there, or 50 grand, and it ain't there. That is way below that. It went down like 20 grand real quick.
Yeah.
I ain't saying no more.
I think we're in for something big too, Rod.
I just feel that something's going to happen, either up or down. I don't know what, but I know it's going to go somewhere. I'm excited though. Life is good.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Well, listen, before we get started, I'd like to announce to folks that Rod and I started a Facebook page for Crypto Bit Brothers.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fun. We actually want to do a little bit of writing about crypto and things, but about some other topics too. So we felt we needed a format where we can, not long articles. We're not big book writers or nothing, but we wanted to have a format, and so we invite anybody that wants to follow us to come over and put a friendship request in, and we'll see where it goes. We're kind of excited to have it at this point.
You can even make comments on it. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, that'd be fun, huh?
It would be. It would be nice. It'd be a different change. We're trying to do better on everything here for us, and for y'all, mainly for y'all. We just, we don't do this for us so much, because for us it's just fun. Hell, we'd just be on this all day long.
He's got it right. Listen, we got one news article out here. Not so much a news article, but I guess some accountants, there's a couple big accountants that requested the IRS clarify their position more clearly on crypto for this coming year, 2018. And we've talked a little bit about the tax, and at the first of the year, and I know everybody's been kind of wondering about it, but the way they said that everything, even when you do a trade, that's reportable. Well, golly, it can be a nightmare for some people, Rod, that trade in and out of these cryptos all the time. So anyway, we're going to list this article down in the description box so you folks can actually read it. There is some good input in there, kind of some suggestions about how to simplify what you're doing to keep track of all this stuff.
Oh, good.
So if there's some interest, it'll be down in there.
Awesome.
Well, listen, Rod and I, we have a position in EOS, however you pronounce it.
EOS.
And and everybody's kind of familiar with it. I know there's been a lot of videos done on it, but we want to kind of show you maybe where it's headed. And we think and now that everything's dipping, do we have a market cap pulled up here, Rod?
Yeah, I see yours anyway. I see yours. It's all right there.
Do I have
Just
two
go
of this?
back one. Yeah, go back one. Just hit that back arrow.
No, that's something else that I'm gonna head to. Oh, I see. This is it here. Sorry, folks. Let me get. All right.
It's
You know,
okay.
we did a video yesterday and everything was in the green. And not just in the green, but there was some huge gains, 30, 35, 40% on some of them. And now they're all, I mean, they are all down again. It's just weird how this has been, not weird, but it's interesting how it's been real volatile lately. But we do want to look at this EOS. They're at number 10 right now. And folks, a lot of y'all probably know what they're just basically though they're a project, a platform where you can also get on there and write smart contracts and apps and create things similar to Ethereum. And I thought for a while there they were nicknaming EOS the Ethereum killer or something like that, Rod, to where they felt it would just leave Ethereum in the. I don't think it will, but. EOS has a really good platform. And matter of fact, I guess the main difference in why they said it would affect Ethereum, and that's like saying Bitcoin Cash is going to affect Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I just think Bitcoin, you know, they're just light years ahead. So to catch up is going to be, but you know, there's plenty of room for both.
I think there is.
But when Ethereum was created, they kind of created their own script and code on how to write and put things on the Ethereum blockchain. So for you to add your project or platform on top of that, you'd kind of need to learn that Ethereum code or script. EOS's approach to this whole thing is they're using scripts where most coders are already familiar with.
Yeah.
And for the
You know,
life
like
of me,
Java.
yeah,
Like Java.
Java's a good example. So
Yeah,
you could get in
yeah.
there and kind of learn that and be able to add on to the EOS blockchain. So that's kind of the whole crutch of this thing. And if you and let me show you this first, Rod. Here, you know, everybody's familiar with coin market cap, right, folks? I mean, you can look up your coins, and EOS, I think, is a token. It's a utility type use to it. But there's also a thing where you can go in and see on CoinMarketCap all the exchanges and what's going on in these exchanges. And I pulled up one, and exchange number 6 is this Hobie exchange. And the reason that they kind of caught my interest, because most exchanges, their top number 1 coin is Bitcoin, their number 2 is Ethereum. But on Hobie, and also I think on BitHub, if I said that correct, BitHub,
Yeah.
their number 1 coin, at least right now, is EOS. And they sell or trade more EOS than they do the Bitcoin on their exchange. Now, these exchanges, like Hobie, they're in Japan. They were a main exchange in China, but they're now trading in Japan and South Korea. So it kind of shows you that those folks are really dumping into EOS. 18% of Hobie sales in the last 24 hours, this is a 24-hour trading deal, has been in EOS.
That's really interesting, isn't it?
Well, look at the difference. I mean, it's 6 or 7% more than Bitcoin even. Now, last night we were looking at this iOS token a little bit, and that was up number 2 on Hobie. But anyway, the point being is that EOS has really traded well in these Asian countries, and and an article we had read recently, folks, is that South Korea and Japan account for 40% of cryptocurrency trades.
It does.
It's huge.
It is. Yeah, we did a video on that.
Yeah. So anyway,
how much they're doing.
I think it's I think that tells us something. To me, it does. That if all these Asians are, not all, but you know, if they're dumping into EOS, it's something I want to look at.
Yeah.
And Rod and I have had a position for quite a while on this, and the prices are dropping. What was the high, over this last spell? What was the highest?
15 over $15, and now it's dropped down to 12. So it's dropped down quite a bit.
And it might keep going today. I don't know. But anyway, so I just thought that was interesting, folks. Here's their website. And again, this project and platform, because of Rod and I's technical ability, I guess, it's been a little harder to grasp. We've read several articles, and but they now have their Dawn 2.0 out, and I think this is the test net has arrived, which means you can actually get on this now, I believe, and experiment with putting your project or app or platform with EOS. And I think they've had some already do it, Rod.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of go through that. What was this announcement about?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. It's about the release of this update. So it's a good thing if you're folks are interested in reading and getting lost like we did. Have at it.
Well, all the younger kids, hell, they're pretty savvy on this stuff.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense, I know, to them. But anyway, and folks, this is one of those things that if you do get into it, check it out. I mean, do some reading, even though here's their white paper. They've got a lot of things going on right now. They're in a lot of different seminars and conventions and things like that. And here's another thing that was a little confusing to us at first, and that's that their token distribution is lasting a year. I don't know if it was officially called an ICO or not, Rod, but if you look up right up here, there's 350 periods, and each period is, 23 hours?
23 hours.
They're on period 214 right now, and it has 17 hours left in this period, folks.
Yep.
So their token distribution is lasting a year. And you can get a lot more information about this if you go over to their
questions and answers.
Frequently asked questions. It talks more real simply about what it is, who is building, and I read a lot last night about this block.1 and still haven't got the foggiest clue what it's going on there. But that's just me.
It's clear as mud, man.
Yeah.
Clear as mud.
So EOS tokens are ERC20 compatible, so you can put them on your MyEther wallet or Ether Delta, I think. What features? What does EOS stand for? And they're kind of saying, hey, it means several things to different people. And here's their token distribution. This is what you'll want to study if you're interested to get into this a little bit, and how they actually formulated this, how they do a mathematical equation to see how many tokens you're going to get. It's not just like you're going to put some Ethereum in there and get X amount back. It all depends on how many people get involved in that 23-hour period and so on. But there's other things here to learn too. Why was this distribution method chosen? How many are available and so on. Reserved. How can you participate in it? What wallets are valid? Is there a minimum purchase? Right now I think it's 1/100th of Ethereum, Rod, or something like that.
Yeah. Yep. So it'll all be there.
They have something here about the U.S. citizens too. But Rod brought up the point, which is a valid point. It says, well, why are they selling them on the exchanges if they're still distributing them on their website? And folks, we don't have an answer for that. But I do know, maybe it's people that bought early, because this thing started back in June or July of 2017.
Yep.
And I guess they're available out there, and whether they're cheaper on the exchanges or through the distribution, I don't know. I can't answer that because of how they distribute them on this. But I do know, and one thing we're going to bring up, Rod, maybe I ought to point it out right now, is that, and we're going to put this in the description box also, folks, that if you end up acquiring EOS tokens, by the end of this distribution time, which is about June again, you have to register those tokens. And you have to register them so when they pass out the real token, they know who has them registered and who's going to get them. So this here was in Reddit, I believe, EOS Reddit, and there's some suggestions here, and there's a YouTube that it's displayed on how to register these things.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so you'll want to do that and make sure that's done by June, whatever. And
if you register it, you get more of these tokens. Is that right? EOS tokens.
Well, you don't get more. I think these are the, and I'm probably going to use the wrong words. These are like the preliminary tokens to get the funding in place for EOS. Then once it becomes live in June, totally live and up and running, those preliminary tokens will be replaced by the real EOS token. Why and how they're doing that, I hadn't read anything about that. And the place I'd probably look and should have looked more is probably on Reddit.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry we can't be more information on that. I think we're just psyched up, folks, about getting involved with this, because I think it's going to happen with the Asians and what they're doing with their platform. I think EOS is one of those coins that's going to be there for a long time and high valued. Just like that Veritasium. You know, that started in small dollar amounts, and what's that right now? I mean, that's about 400 some odd bucks or something. But this really has an applicable platform. And there's folks that are already using it. I mean, here was come out of the Twitter that this travel chain, they're excited because they're one of the first ones to work on EOS's ecosystem platform to devise their own apps and all. So that's kind of cool.
It is.
And if you look through their Twitter account, they have right here coming up in April, Rod, this live, and it's complimentary. It's a webinar on how to build your apps and things on the EOS platform. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And as you look through this Twitter stuff, this is just another one of those platforms that's so proactive. They're not let the grass grow under their feet. These guys are going to get their project done.
Yeah.
And you know, you wonder about some of these ICOs you jump into, and you say, God, are they really going to get that finished in the next year? And are they capable? Well, EOS is, and they're moving forward.
It's not an ICO, though.
No, I was comparing it to ICOs.
Oh, comparing it. Okay.
How do you know it? Are you sure? I don't know if this started as an ICO or not. I don't know.
I don't know either.
So anyway, folks, take a look at it. We're involved, and we're thinking about getting more involved if this price goes down to about $2.
Definitely.
We can only hope, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's been good. Hey, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Follow us on what's that called?
Our new Facebook thing. Yeah, we're excited about that.
Yeah, we're
more technology for the old folks.
Oh man, yeah, we're starting to jump into it. I don't know a damn thing about it.
Now you're gonna know all hell's broke loose when we get into like a Twitter account or Telegram or something. We're gonna have to do we're gonna have to get a tutorial for us to learn how to do that stuff.
That's true. Yeah, we're even thinking about getting a green screen.
Well, thank you.
Thumbs up. Appreciate it. Subscribe if you like us. God bless.